Hello, welcome to the Charles Cook Podcast. Thank you for joining me. Um, the focus of this podcast is local and state issues here in Tennessee. You can follow me on Facebook at Charles Cook. So please go find my page on Facebook and share the information there if you like it. You can also find me on YouTube and Rumble at Charles Cook 52. Like and share and subscribe and click the bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you would like to join me or got something you'd like to talk about going on here in the state of Tennessee, then please send me an email at charlescookpodcast@gmail.com. So today I want to talk about state rights or state powers. Which do we have? It's kind of, everybody's always heard state rights, and you hear that all the time. We have state rights, but what do we really have? And the information is in our founding documents. So, as I say before, words matter, and you need to go do some research, do some studying on our Declaration of Independence and our Constitution. But start with the Declaration of Independence, and it will help you understand the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So, with that, to get us in our discussion, I want to read you a little bit here. So, from the Declaration of Independence, it says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights," and rights is capitalized, "that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers is capitalized, from the consent of the governed." So individuals right here, coming created by God, have rights. Governments created by us, we the people, have powers. Now, so let's think about that. Just what I said. We are created by God. He endowed us with rights. Okay. Our rights come from God. They didn't come from the Constitution, because the Declaration of Independence was written before the Constitution. Okay. And we had rights then that come from our Creator. But it also says, before the Constitution was written, that governments got their powers from the consent of the governed. Okay. So, where did we get the term states' rights? Well, of course, from politicians, because if they want to make you think, well, if the Constitution wants to change, then those rights are no longer there. Well, our rights come from God. Doesn't matter what the Constitution said, because the Declaration had already told us before, as I said, before the Constitution was written. So let's kind of dive into this a little bit more. And what does our Bill of Rights say about rights and powers? So let's look at the Ninth Amendment. Okay. So it said the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. So when it says to the people, mentions nothing about states. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Rights retained by the people. Okay. So people have rights. Okay. Let's look at the 10th Amendment. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. Now, let me read that one more time. The powers not delegated to the states by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively and to the people. Okay, the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution. Okay, so 9th Amendment talks about the people and their rights. The 10th Amendment talks about the states and their powers. The word rights is not in the 10th Amendment. So states have powers that the people give them. Okay. And the states give up a little bit of that power for the federal government to, as Article 1, Section 8 lays out in the Constitution. There's 18 things in there the federal government has the rights to do, the powers to do. And that it's laid out there. And anything that goes beyond that should be unconstitutional, but they twist it. So do states have rights or powers? Well, the Declaration of Independence says the people have rights and the governments have power. The 9th Amendment of the Bill of Rights says people has rights. And the 10th Amendment says states have powers. So our rights come from God, our creator, and state powers come from us. People have rights, states have powers. So states have powers, they don't have rights. So keep that in mind. The only reason why they have powers is we give them their power. The reason why we have rights as people is because they come from God. And we have to remember that, because it's going to come down to it that the government, we're going to have to pull our powers back from the government. And they're going to try to restrict our rights. But we have God-given rights that they have no power to restrict. And I thank God for that. And that, my friends, was written in the Declaration of Independence. That's what this whole country's founding is based on. And, that was before the Constitution. It's right there. And then it was written into the Bill of Rights. From the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, those folks made sure that it was put in the Bill of Rights for us. Read the Declaration of Independence, study it, get to know it, and then go back and read the Constitution, and you'll get a whole new perspective on it. With that, I thank you for joining me. I hope you'll do that. Keep that in mind. Remember, keep it in mind the next time you hear, and you'll hear a lot of good people say state rights, state powers, and correct them on state powers. States don't have rights. States have powers. And the powers that the states have come from us. Okay? And with that, share this video, share it with your friends, and, hopefully, as we learn, re-educate people, we can change the concept like they did in the 1770s here in this country. With that, good day. God bless you. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.